We are all drinking from wells that we did not dig, that we are standing on the shoulders of giants. Yes, we are. A 350-year fight for our freedom. We must never forget what our forefathers and ancestors did for us so that we can gather on this Zoom call and have this conversation. If in fact we are standing on the shoulders of giants, and we are, the question that we all must ask ourselves as responsible Black people is, are we worthy of that legacy? A 250-year fight for our freedom from 1619 to 1864. Are we worthy of that legacy? A 100-year fight for civil rights, voting rights, and public access from 1864 to 1964. And I'm a baby boomer. I'm the oldest of the baby boomers. The youngest baby boomer is 55. And we're the last generation that can take credit for participating in the civil rights, voting rights, fair housing movement. So if in fact we are worthy of that legacy, the next deeper question is, what will be your legacy? I'm talking about Generation X, Y, Z, and Generation Alpha. What will be your legacy? You cannot take credit for the fight for freedom. You cannot take credit for civil rights, voting rights, and public access. What in the hell will be your legacy? What will our children's children be saying about you 150 years from now? What will be that legacy? What are you working on? What systems are you putting into place? What baton will you be passing on? And that's what us elders, like Everett and myself, are working on, to make sure that you take the baton that we are passing to you and take it to a whole nother level and have a legacy that we will be talking about, the ancestors will be watching, and we'll be talking about 200 years from now. What will be that legacy? Let me give you my suggestion of what that legacy ought to be. It ought to be closing the income and wealth gap between Black folk and white folk. We've been here 400 years. We came over here on the Mayflower. Yes. And white folks have 20 times the household wealth of Black people. What will be your legacy? I hope it's economics.